Think you know everything about BTS's resident sunshine, dance captain, and freestyle king? Well, think again. J Hope's story is full of half true rumors, misunderstood anecdotes, and hidden gems that even longtime ARMY sometimes miss. From the myth that he failed JYP to the secret layers he sang in BTS's tracks, to the near miss moment he almost quit before debut, his journey is way richer than the highlight reel suggests. This isn't your typical J Hope like Sprite trivia list. We're diving into the quirky, surprising, and sometimes overlooked details that make Jung Hoseok not just BTS's hope, but one of the most fascinating multi hyphenates in K pop. Number one, he didn't train under JYP. There is a long standing narrative that he trained in JYP and was dropped, or that he auditioned but was not accepted. This narrative spread because there was a Korean show who made some claims, and they were right on some, but very wrong on others. In several of his interviews to promote the three English singles he released, he talked at length about his training history. He auditioned at JYP and passed, but he also auditioned for Big Hit at around the same time. He chose Big Hit over JYP. It is absolutely not true that he was dropped by JYP or that he didn't pass the audition. He passed. He just made a choice to go to Big Hit. This reframes his origin story from rejection to agency. He simply made a strategic choice to go to Big Hit. He was the first trainee in BTS. Yes, the very first member to be formally confirmed as a member of BTS was RM. But J Hope was the first trainee to be signed by Big Hit in an exclusive contract. He signed a contract with them in April 2010 and became the first among the future members of BTS to formally sign an exclusive contract. However, the Big Hit office was not set up for a trainee given that they actually had active groups at that time. So his training was outsourced to Joy Dance Academy in Gwangju, his hometown. He was then required to regularly submit videos of himself to show his progress. Hobie officially moved to Big Hit's dorm in Seoul on December 24, 2010. At that time, RM and Suga were already living in the dormitory along with other trainees. It shows how early Big Hit identified him and how he balanced school and training before relocating. His interest in dance started in school through a morning exercise video. Although it is true that he said he got inspired to be an idol after watching G Dragon in a performance. His love for dancing, though, goes way back. In a Japanese interview, he revealed that his interest in dance started when he found himself enjoying the dance video in school they were made to copy. This is a part of the school's daily routine. Students were shown a dance video and they were asked to copy it. He realized that he enjoyed it, and also many of his classmates actually noticed and praised him. At some point, he actually started taking the lead in the exercise. He eventually was teaching the class the routines. The rest, as they say, is history. For his audition, J Hope danced for 3 hours. Yep, during Hobie's audition for Big Hit, the manager in charge had to take a call in the middle of the session, leaving J Hope in the studio with the camera on. To the agency's surprise, he didn't stop dancing and continued for 3 hours. That sets him apart from everybody else, and Big Hit immediately recognized his commitment and love for his craft. It did not take long for Big Hit to actually offer him a contract to train. He trained in Gwangju remotely for about 6 months before he actually moved to Seoul to live with the rest of the trainees, including RM and Suga. He unofficially debuted ahead of the other BTS members. Hobie was the first member to debut, unofficially, that is. Hobie was featured in Jo Kwon's song Animal, and he used his real name at that time, Jong Ho Sok. He performed with Jo Kwon on several music shows, effectively putting him on stage before BTS's 2013 debut. You'll find the credit on official releases and major musical databases. But with this, he became the first BTS member to have earned a writing credit in Korea's Music Copyright Association. He appeared in numerous music videos and live performances as a backup dancer after that, often joined with other BTS members. J Hope was the one who came up with Deng to be the main keyword for their track. We all know the story that it was actually Jung Ho Sok who came up with the idea of Dionysus. He also wrote majority of the track. But did you know that he also came up with Deng? And Deng is one of the fan favorites in their discography. In a live stream, as he usually does, RM talked about how their song came about and he mentioned that Suga brought the beat. He brought the melody, but it was actually J Hope who came up with the word deng. J Hope has always had a good grasp of words. There's nothing surprising about that considering his father is actually a literature professor, but one of his most underrated skill is wordplay. Hope World, his very first mixtape, was inspired by 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. J Hope told Time magazine in an interview that the mixtape's opener and concept drew on 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. That is why in the opening and in several parts of the album, you can actually hear an aquatic sonic bed. It's like an invitation from J Hope to the rest of us, asking us to join him as he journey through his world. After that Time magazine interview, he actually reiterated that reference in later magazine interviews. J Hope has explained that as a child, he was so captivated by the book, and he used it as a metaphor for the song, portraying himself as Captain Nemo and the listeners as Professor Aronnax, inviting them on a journey in this mystical world. And this is a very important piece of information because this counters the simple happy vibe stereotype that people attach to his name. His solo work is thematically engineered. He was the first BTS member to break the UK top 40 in his collaboration with J. Cole, his inspiration, for On the Street back in March 2023. The song debuted at number 37 on the UK singles chart, making a historic achievement as the highest charting Korean soloist on the chart at that time. Currently, he also holds the record for the most songs by an Asian native soloist that charted in Billboard Hot 100 with 8 songs. Big Hit was known as Jung Hosok's agency. Before debuted, he already built a regional name as a prize-winning dancer from Gwangju and a standout at Joy Dance Academy, with the Academy CEO later calling him one of their best graduates. This fuels stories about people recognizing his dance reputation even before BTS formally debuted. In fact, Big Hit, which used to be a small firm, was often called Jung Hosok's agency. V, his bandmate, attested to that. He said that while studying at an art school, many idol trainees attended in the same school. And he kept on getting asked if his Jung, which is J Hope, that is the Korean term for an older brother, was the popular street dancer from Gwangju. For high school, he actually studied in the school where his father taught literature. He went to high school where his father was teaching literature, and this allowed him to sort of adjust his schedule to allow him to continue to train. However, he repeated several times that he was very careful not to disappoint his father. He made sure that he gets high marks, that he never sleeps in school, he doesn't get caught doing anything. that won't reflect good towards his father. He made sure he became a diligent student. His composition and production skills help him translate the beat to a dance move better. In this video, the screen caps of which you're already seeing on your screen, a professional dancer discussed how the music is freestyled by the band. J Hope has never heard it before, he emphasized. Yet, J Hope was able to match his moves perfectly to the beat. In this particular instance, the dancer said that the drum beat extends for a little longer. J Hope adjusts his footwork to hold his foot in the air until the beat drops. The dancer further explains that J Hope is instinctively reading the drum loop in order to match it with his moves. He said that it's like doing two complicated tasks at the same time. He's not just thinking about his dance move, he's also anticipating the beat in order to create dance moves or routines for his freestyle that would mesh well with the music. There's a popular narrative that he was supposed to be a singer but swapped position with V. No evidence of this exists. In fact, when J Hope moved in at Big Hit's dorm, everyone who lived there rapped. Hobie admitted he felt quite out of place then, but decided to self study to close the gap between him and his roommates. He researched on his own, asked questions, and joined their impromptu rap battles. Also, BTS was originally a hip hop group. It would only make sense for J Hope to actually be a rapper rather than a singer. So, this is going to be a series. If there's any misinformation or any information that you want to verify, just let me know. I will. This is in no particular order this time. I usually go oldest to youngest or youngest to oldest, but this time it's just whatever I get my hands on first. All right. I hope you enjoy that. And even if it's about J Hope, if there's any information you want to verify about J Hope, I can always do a part two. Just send the information, leave it in the comment section, or you can message me in any of the social media links that you see on your screen right now. Please do follow me on X, on IG, but also on Patreon because that's where the communication, the conversations are actually happening. Also, please consider donating to the channel. You should see the QR code on your screen right now. It everything, all the funds are going into the website, asianentertainmentandculture.com. It is on a soft launch right now, but hopefully we can upload all the content that we have right there very soon and we can do a formal launch. So we're expanding the channel, doing more things. So I hope that you can help. Also, please consider subscribing to me on YouTube. I open my membership. I do a live stream once a week, and then I do exclusive videos. All right. Thank you very much. And please consider liking the channel, subscribe, and hit that notification button so that you don't miss a single upload that we do. And that's it. Please share the video. That's what's going to help us the most. See you next time.